I jumped up, got dressed real fast. Lourdes was already upstairs. She was yelling at me to get into the kitchen. I mean, to get into the living room. When I was walking through the kitchen into our dining area, that's when I heard gunshots, and I did not see much. I seen Lotus standing kind of by the window, between the door and the window, and I heard gunshots, and I have severe PTSD. That's, you know what I'm saying? I heard it. It startled me. The next thing I know, Lotus said, "So I've been shot. Get the cats and the dogs down the stairs." We barricaded ourselves in the basement. I didn't come out until 1:30. I didn't. Lotus was taken shortly after me, like 15 to 20 minutes. Everybody keeps asking why she'd go on the roof. The only thing that can cross my mind is I walked out the back door. We have an upstairs window that has access to the roof. And the only thing I can think of is that she was potentially going out the window to see if they had shot me or where they was taking me, if they had me. Like, that's the only thing that I can think of on the end of it. I haven't seen it. I have not had time. I do know that I was told, and most of the information that I'm getting is hearsay, but I was told that when Lotus went live in the basement, the first 20 minutes had over 1,000 hits. I was also told that before they shut her YouTube page down, she had over 500,000 hits on her YouTube page.
Wow.
Right.
500,000.
Tell her, listen. Tell her we are carrying the message forward.
Pretty sure the NSA was involved.
Hold on, who is that speaking?
That's Ken Scott speaking.
Ken Scott. Yep.
I think you're friends with Lotus on her Facebook page.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For years.
Ken Scott,
Yeah,
you send Ray Justice a friend request so I can accept your friend. I'm trying to reach out to people that Lotus know so I can keep in contact and let everybody know what's, like, at least an underline of what's going on here, there, and like, I don't know where she's at. I know she's been shot. I have no idea if my husband is okay. I pray to God that he's okay, but I wake up every morning with my stomach in knots and puking because I'm trying to hold it all together. I have to hold it all together to get what I need to get done in this house and moved. I'm trying.
Can we ask you, Ray? There was an attack on your house a week before the actual raid the second time. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened in that particular raid and why?
Are you talking about when the Columbus police came here?
Yes, and they had the landlord with them and some dude that looked like Antifa.
Absolutely. That incident was the first incident that happened a few weeks back. There were 7 cops, Columbus cops. They was in white T-shirts and black pants, and they was the cops from Columbus Township, evidently. You know what I'm saying?
So what day was that and what time was that? What kind of, you know?
They had guns drawn on before they was even on the property. They was walking up my neighbor's driveway and walking by our vehicles with guns drawn before they was even on the property. The landlord had some guy with him, and he actually actually criminally trespassed and jumped through a window because we have an inlaid front porch and an inlaid back porch. And he jumped through the front window of the front porch and unscrewed 4 bolts to a 2x4 that we had barricaded ourselves in with. There was another 2x4 at the top, and Lotus started tightening some long stuff out the window, and she cited some codes, and I can't remember them right off the bat, but she also told them that if they didn't get off the property, that she would share with equal force and measure as the same as they had on their hips. And
what about the warrant?
Cops run as fast.
The warrant.
What is that?
Did they have a warrant? We can't find it. We looked.
I have not seen a warrant from that incident. We had an angel in disguise. That was the day that Lotus had contacted Roger Dickinson, a detective at Columbus Police, and told him what was going on. And Roger Dickinson was the one that had approached Lotus in 2014 for her so-called criminal case. Why she went to prison and done a year in prison. He tried to approach her and tell her, please talk to me. They're trying to hurt you. They're really trying to hurt you. Please take my card. Lotus took his card, and Lotus called him the morning that this all happened and told him the corruption, and he had that shit shut down. But there were several other people that were calling, and they were helping get because it was the bailiff, it was the court bailiff, it was the land tenant. I'm not gonna call him the land tenant. I'm gonna call him James Budden. His name. Because he was never a landlord. He was never a land tenant. He has a limited deed on this property. Lotus has already filed a mechanics lien on this property. She's done her own maintenance on this house for the last 7 years. I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired.
Yeah, I wish I had some aid for you.
That's enough. Try to go rest. Try to go rest and get her personal things together. We're going to be all pulling together. We'll figure out where she's at.
It's just that if we don't hear from you on a regular...
You guys need to talk to me. Who is speaking?
That was Cynthia. She was trying to say something to you. Go ahead, Cindy.
If we don't hear from you, like every 12 hours at least, a text would be good, because then we know that you guys are safe. That's all we're concerned about. And we collaborate with each other, so you could get hold of any of us.
The only one here boxing up things.
Right.
Boxing up things at this point. We're supposed to take the U-Haul truck back tomorrow. We still have a lot of stuff still, but I have to get some sleep. I can't keep going on nothing. I haven't seen my animals. In 2 days. This is traumatic for them. Like, their whole life just got uprooted as well. It's serious. A week ago, we just found out that my oldest dog, Gracie, has cancer. Like, it's boom, 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 boom. Like,
when it rains, it pours.
Go rest.
Ray, this is Paige. I just wanted to let you know I'm on the call.
Can we add her to Dinner for 5?
This woman, I'm going to tell you, was a blessing and an angel in disguise. I absolutely love you, Paige, because you have helped so much. And you have no idea what it actually means. Not just to me, but to Lotus. Because there's so many great people out there, and she's fighting for every one of us.
Yeah, I know. I'm so happy to help, and I can't wait to meet her at some point.
Next time you see me, I need a hug.
I know. I'll give you a hug next time I see you, honey. I will.
I'm trying
You're
to keep
really
it all
brave.
together still.
Well, you're really
I know.
brave. Most people just shit their pants.
Exactly. You're doing great. You're doing great. One step in front of the other. One foot in front of the other.
We got another load in, but they lost the motherfucking locks and the keys to the garage.
Oh, no.
I said, why the fuck did you take them off the hook?
Well, they were probably packing that thing up and set it down and packed it right in there.
They said that, well, it was all on the U-Haul vehicle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And more stuff just got taken over there. Like, I don't know what the storage unit looks like. I haven't been over there. I personally have not been over there. Everybody else has been over there. I'm trying to deal with important paperwork. I'm trying to get big stuff out. I'm trying to get little stuff out. I'm trying to get anything and every fucking thing out that I possibly can.
Well, the most important thing is that you get the paperwork that can't be replaced, family pictures, you know, those things that can't be replaced. Everything else can be replaced. You know, you can replace couches, you can replace desks, but what you can't replace.
There's chairs, and Lotus is a spatial genius. Like she tweaks with stuff, and she'll take chair legs off and squeeze it in a door. And I don't have the tools right now to, like, I don't have the work van. I can't get to the tools because I have boxes on top of boxes in the work van. I can't get to my tools. I have a spare toolbox that Lotus got me, but it doesn't have half the tools that I need. You know what I'm saying? It took 4 hours to tear her office desk apart. 4 hours. And it was me and Mike Galuzzo. I don't know if anybody knows him. He runs the NOPE organization. Paige met him this morning. I think she met him yesterday. For a little bit anyways. Like, it's boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it's going to be that way for a little while.
Tomorrow's a really important day, Ray, though.
Why is it a very important day?
We're going to be calling the clerk's office, and we're going to be making phone calls, as many calls as we can that we have collected. We're listing all the phone numbers that we can on the website. If you go to the antideepstateparty.com and look up Rexton Lotus Justice, there's an actual page that I created on there for her where we're putting all the information. I have two separate things. I got the blog post that we created for the news, and then we got the action page. If people want to go to the action page, and they'll find that on the front page right there. Just go to antideepstateparty.com and you'll find that information.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry to cut this so short. I am so tired.
Understandable.
I still haven't been to sleep.
When you're not done.
I need to lock this house up. I'm still at the house right now. I still have to go and talk to Miss Judy about some stuff before I can even get into the tub, and I need a shower.
Yeah, Ray, remember to take care of yourself, because you won't be any good, you know, if you're not taking care of yourself.
And that's why I'm saying I need to get some sleep. I need to get off of here.
All right.
Yeah, you need spiritual nourishment. You know, wash all that negative energy off of you, your psyche. They really got you on such a frequency. You're going to feel much better after that. And then put a notepad near you. And any information that's pertinent, when you go to antideepstateparty.com, any information that's pertinent, write it down. And then, you know, we'll get it all tomorrow, because in the morning we want to call these people like you don't know. You don't have to call them, but we need to make sure we have every party. And think of also why, if you have a pad near you right now, write down all the hospitals you think she could be out, or prisons.
Yes, that's very important. All the local places there that she could possibly be at.
Because tomorrow we have to do this. It should have happened day one, but we didn't even have your legal name.
Yeah.
My legal name?
If we had that and the copy of that pink slip, we would have gotten her out right now. The worse it gets, you know, so we have to get it better, and we can do that. Ken does that really good, and my party here too, we're enjoying. So Ken's been doing a lot of work. And I don't think we could do it without Ken. And of course Cindy, yeah, and all our computers are slow. Yeah.
Ken Scott has a Facebook page and also a YouTube page. I'll make sure that Ken Scott sends you an invite. But yeah, we have invited Ken to post here on the Anti-Deep State Party as well. So, yeah. Anyways, we're all working as a team together here.
We can create like a verbal affidavit, you know, over the phone and have it signed and stuff like that. We can work that out. We're going to need to get your details after you get the hospitals and write down any pertinent information of anything that you think is important. Anything your mind comes to as soon as you feel released. I wish you had a sea salt bath, but I asked everybody on the justice team that helped you out in Ohio if they could deliver some.
No, she says she has sea salt bath.
Okay, that's what you need. Put them in a basin right now or go in a nice bathtub and then get that pen and paper.
I'm sure she will.
Oh.
She's still.
I got some Epsom salt.
She's got Epsom
some
salt.
lavender tint in it that
Yeah.
I'm actually loading in the van right now with this lovely foam mattress. So I'm not sleeping on a futon. So I'm not sleeping on this tiny love seat. I can actually have a space of my own at Miss Cutie's. So
Nice. Good deal.
Nice. So put that right next to your bath and take a bath, honey.
And look, is there anything, Ray, before you hang up, is there anything that you want to say to this audience? Anything on your mind that you feel like just is on your heart that you want to say and compel these people to hear?
Lotus Justice ain't crazy. I'm sorry for that one. Oh, great. No, Lotus, I'm just going to put this out here because I haven't been able to tell my wife I love her. I'm terrified that they're hurting her. I don't know what's going on, but I do know that they like to beat her all the time. Just knowing that, my heart hurts. Just knowing that. Not knowing where she's at, that's heartbreaking for anybody.
Right.
For anybody. I just want to say, Lotus, I love you so much. You mean so much to me. Oh.
Well, we'll make sure that everybody hears this message that works in the county.
There's so much light and so much love to her right now because she needs it.
Yeah.
She needs it.
Amen. We know that she is a child of faith, and she's our sister, and we're the brothers and sisters in this fight here, as Ken Scott would say.
Absolutely.
Ken Scott said that, and I totally agree with him with that saying. We are brothers and sisters.
Absolutely. In every god and goddess's eyes.
Oh.
All right.
I'm looking for some wild lettuce.
Well, listen, you go and obviously you're not done doing your moving yet, but you go and focus on that. We know you got to get that done, and your day is still going to be long ahead of you, I'm sure. But we appreciate you picking up the phone tonight and talking to us here and sharing this information. we're going to make sure that we get that out. We're going to be putting out videos. We're going to add this to the actual the Rexton Lotus Justice page on the Anti-Deep State Party. So that'll be up there for everybody to see. And, you know, we just want to say stay strong and tell Miss Judy that we're all praying for you guys. All right?
I'm going in and handing Miss Judy the phone and telling her to call some people. Going upstairs, getting in the shower, washing all this off, all this negativity off.
Good.
It feels like such a thick coat of so much negativity and dirt and dust, and just, I'm done with it. Wash it away, banish it, go down the drain.
Right?
Aww.
Absolutely. I like that. That's good.
I always say that in the shower. Wash all this negativity. I banish take my stress, my anger, and my fears, and wash them down the drain.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you want to say before you leave?
I'm breathing heavy because I'm just moving our computer.
Yeah, I can tell you're doing some moving in there.
Oh. Shit. I'm sorry.
No, that's all
I'm
right.
over here cussing. I'm over here cussing.
Oh, you got plenty of reason to be cussing.
Yes, absolutely. It is not easy. It is not easy to totally uproot and deconstruct somebody's whole entire existence. Imagine living for 53 years and saving every piece of paper, everything, from elementary school up. Imagine what that would be to traumatize somebody if you had nobody to pack it up and do anything. Like, I'm destructing her life, her world, her existence, what she's created in 7 years in this house.
It's not milky though, it's not long enough.
In less than 4 days.
That one.
Yeah, moving is one of the most stressful things just by itself, and what you're going through is even more stress on top of it, you know. The thing is, you got to definitely try to take care of your health, because right now in this coronavirus world, that's the last thing you need to deal with, is getting sick from that. So make sure that in the midst of all of this crazy stuff, make sure that you take care of that health of yours. Take a little extra vitamins and minerals, you know. Obviously, you're...
I think we got those taken over to Miss Judy's yesterday. She grabbed a couple of hygiene products that I can use.
Good.
From my own house. I still haven't managed to grab clothes yet. I'm too tired tonight. I'm too tired tonight. I'm hoping I can get back in here tomorrow, and it gives me another day. But everybody's been telling me he's not wanting to pay. He's not going to want to pay another crew to come in here and have to do that. He's going to keep letting you in. He's going to keep letting you in. He's wanting it out. He's told me he doesn't want nobody to steal. He said he won't let nobody steal our stuff. That's what I got told today on the phone. He won't let nobody else. He won't let nobody steal our stuff.
Well, that's good. At least that's good of him.
Well, I don't have to like him. I have to tolerate him for the time being.
Right. And then put him behind you once you leave that place, because...
absolutely. Miss Judy said that he has psychopathic tendencies, because when I first talked to him on Wednesday, because my glasses, my prescription strength glasses, I'm blind as that, my prescription glasses, my wedding rings, everything was in this house. I walked out the door without shoes on. I still have glass embedded in my feet from where I ran through it because I couldn't see. I didn't know where I was going. They had already broken out windows.
Oh, so that glass you got in your feet while you were at the house when all this was happening?
When I was trying to get outside because I couldn't breathe, okay. I had pepper spray, tear gas, flash bombs, hornet things. I got hit with a wooden thing that's about 2 inches. It's about 2 inches long, right on one of my right cheeks. I got bruises all over me just from moving. And Paige can verify that. She has seen them, and it's just from moving. It's been so stressful.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, I was thinking that you, because the story was that they let you out of jail, they stole your phone and your money.
They stole my phone. They confiscated my phone because I was on the phone with the detective, Roger Dickinson. He told me to call when I was ready to come out. He kept asking if Lotus was holding me hostage. No, Lotus is not holding me hostage. No, Lotus is not holding me hostage. I don't want to come out. Well, why don't you want to come out? I know, okay, I come outside, I get shot. I said, there's a sniper dude in the backyard. There's a SWAT dude with a fucking big ass gun in my backyard. I just seen him, and he has a scope on his gun. Don't tell me I'm not going to get shot. And he's like, well, I could try to move him. 20 minutes later, he still wasn't moved. So I was terrified that I was going to get shot.
Yeah, who wouldn't be? All those bullets flying. You're lucky you didn't get a ricochet hitting you.
Well, I personally have dug out 4 bullets out of the walls that BCI, their thorough investigation unit, that's what they told me. I have personally pulled out multiple things of evidence out of my house we have a box. We have a box of, we was beyond, Mike Galuzzo used the word Waco. That's what he described the house of this incident looking like.
Well, yeah, I would say Waco or Ruby Ridge is another good example where they attacked a family. Yeah, I think, when this is all said and done, this is going to be a story that's going to go down in history of America. The way that they did this, and not just that, but the teacher and the patriot that Rexton Lotus Justice is. This is like high-profile patriot person here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So.
Okay, guys.
Anyways, God bless you and your family.
I'm fading away. I'm so tired. I want to
stay in touch.
My wife sweet dreams, and I love her. Dream of us. I tell her that every night before we go to bed.
Amen.
Could I say something?
I miss my husband. I miss my husband. Right now, I want Lotus's arms wrapped around me, telling me that it's going to be okay.
Absolutely.
That's what I miss.
Absolutely. Somebody wants to say something before you leave, Ray. Go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to put a shout out to a day coming up August the 8th, 2020, in New London, Connecticut, where Kirsten Church Fouquet is having a protest that is all legitimate, legal, peaceful, where there's going to be a moment of silence and ribbons for children to acknowledge the kidnapping of children and the parents that are being silenced across the country and in Connecticut in different locations. And We wanted to put a ribbon out for for the child there and the way that you're all being silenced. And we did put a little notification on Rexton Lotus Justice, and we do have Ray Justice also noted in that information, because we know that this is about the children that are being kidnapped, and an amazing woman named Rexton Lotus Justice who...
There are several Clayton Michael based out there. It's not just about my child. It's about the brothers and sisters on the next street over, the next town over, the next county over, the next state over, the next world over. It's not just happening here. And
exactly.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off on that. But Lotus does what she does for the sake of every child. Every child.
Exactly. And that's why we wanted to acknowledge her, and we're going to make sure we had a ribbon for the child, for the family that's been silenced in this case, and any child that we know that Miss Lotus Justice is putting a voice out for and is being retaliated against for, for someone to be evicted in a way where we have a pandemic and we have other crises going on in the country, and they have been trying, apparently in their own words, have stated that they were trying to get her evicted for some time now illegally, when she has all the codes. And what I did notice is we did a little bit of research and found out that she didn't even have any charges against her except for, quote, felonious charges, close quote, because they didn't want to give her a code so she could stand up for her own rights. We know that she goes by the letter of the law. We know that she goes by the letter of the law. She's in jail on, open quote, felonious charges that are not even acknowledged, close quote, so that she can't even stand up for her own rights.
Can we clarify, when you say felonious, can we say fraudulent instead so people can hear that clearly?
Absolutely. Basically, they're manufactured because they've been trying to find a way, out of their own words, in their own media, that state that they've been trying. They didn't know how to address her getting to be evicted because they knew that she followed the letter of the law. And so they looked for a way to get her out on a manufactured medical way to do it, which is fraudulent. It's all fraudulent.
Hey, Tammy, her phone is dying. That's what she just said. All right.
Okay.
Well, Ray, thank you again for joining us here this evening on this call.
Absolutely.
God bless you and your family. We'll stay in touch. If you come up with any more evidence or anything, let me know. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, good night. Take care.
Good night.
God bless.
I'm going to sleep. I'm going to take a shower first. I got to get there first.
Yes, ma'am.
I got to get there first.
You will.
Okay.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, and God bless, and namaste.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for all you're doing at the anti-Illuminati and exposing the Lord shining the light in dark places, and we appreciate all that you do to bring light to these definitely manufactured crimes that are being done against human beings to the degree of almost taking lives. It's a sad day in America, but it's a great day with the Lord because He's exposing and shining His light in these dark places.
Amen. And Tammy, I'd like for your organization that's doing this to reach out, send a text message, because I'd like to have them post something on our Helping Single Parents website.
Awesome.
For your event. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
I'll definitely send that out at the earliest convenience for all parents to be acknowledged who have been silenced. We're having a little ribbon and moment of silence during this peaceful protest for CPS crimes and DHS crimes.
And Daniel, I don't know if I can interject here. This is Paige. I'm sorry I was late. I missed the meet and greet. I don't know if you're able to stop the recording, and I didn't know if you were able just to kind of tell me, I don't know who everybody is, so I'm kind of new to the
Okay, so we have a group here, and I don't know everybody that's on the call. I do know that Anna Taylor was here. I want to say Mark Scott, but it's not Mark Scott. It's Ken Scott. Mark Scott works for me, by the way. Tammy Shroud, she's here. You're here. And obviously you heard Ray was on the line. Right. And I know there's a few other people, but I don't know who those numbers are. So.
Okay. Is everybody in Ohio or no?
No, this is all over the place.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know if this was again, sorry, being late to the scene and added to the group. But I didn't know if everybody was local here or not. So.
No, we even have some people on here that are anonymous that are listening. So I mean,
okay.
I don't know who that is. It could be the government. It could be a supporter.
Okay,
not
got
sure.
it. Okay.
But yeah, this conversation. When I started the conversation recording, when I asked Ray to describe what happened during the initial raid, not the initial raid, but the final raid, that's when we started recording. I mean,
right,
she was talking before that, obviously, but I thought that was really important to get her testimony of what happened. So, and
I did.
I mean, we could have asked her a lot more detailed questions, but at this point, I don't think it would be, how would you say, I don't think it would have been very productive to go down a rabbit trail. I wanted to stick to what were the actual events of what happened.
Mm-hmm. Right, okay.
Because I talked to Ray before about a lot of this, and she was limited on her knowledge, so
she's under a lot of
To
duress,
stick to the things that she
also
tell us.
She's under a lot of duress as well as trauma from the event.
Yeah, she's definitely under a lot of stress. I talked to her today about. Well, let me ask you first. Is it still recording or no?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. About keeping things in perspective with the move. She's very focused on the move and the house and the tangible things, and I think it's hard to keep everything focused in perspective. But yeah, I'm thinking, getting the whereabouts of Lotus seems like priority, and making sure she's safe, I guess, and
right, and that's what our team is trying to accomplish.
Okay.
We're trying to, obviously get all the phone numbers that we can get together. We're going to work on that phone blitz. So if everybody here actually goes to the antideepstateparty.com, you find the page. It's right on the front page. You can't miss it. It says Rexton Lotus Justice. And you're going to have a bunch of phone numbers for different people to contact on there. We're going to want to contact the governor any way that you can. Tag him in a Facebook, tweet his name out in tweets, any way, social media that we can obviously bring attention to this case. If we could call any of the alternative radio shows, I would consider calling RBN is one of them, GCN, Genesis Network. There's all kinds of different radio shows out there. I'm sure that we are all callers on these shows. We need to be getting this out there. This story needs to be hitting all those alternative radio shows,
Mm-hmm.
and these are our people, so we need to be letting our people know what's happening here, and then just tell everybody they can go to the anti-deep state party and go under the Rex Lotus Justice for all the phone numbers. There's emails. I mean, I've been spending like the last 3 or 4 days just collecting all this information, putting it there so that when we do this phone blitz and email blitz, that it's not, nobody else is going to have to go out there and do all this extra work. We have a team here that's been doing this all together. And there's also a place to send.
So should we send it to you, your email?
Well, you can send stuff. You guys
edit it right on.
Stuff. I mean, you guys that have my contact information can send stuff to me. If somebody's here that's listening, I can give everybody my phone number over the air right now, which is fine. But there's a contact page on my website. All you have to do is go to contact page. But at the bottom of the website where that page is that I created for Rexton Lotus Justice, there's a comment section. And if somebody has something that is important, they can make a comment. They can leave a contact information. We could call them back as well, which it works both ways. But that's why I created that page specifically for collecting information to help Lotus and her family. And there's also a GoFundMe page there. You'll find links at the top, the bottom, and in the middle of the article, in the pages there. So, and if anybody has any other suggestions, we're all open for suggestions of how to help this family here. You know, that's all we want, is we want our court system to be fair to this lady and this family. So that's pretty much the majority of what I have to say, is just that we're doing this. We're putting the pressure on as activists to force the courts and the governments to be accountable for honesty and truth and fairness. And if they know enough people are watching this, calling their officials, then they're going to know that they can't just railroad this lady. They can't just not give her a fair trial. I mean, sure they can, but the chances are the kind of people that are following this site, following this story, these are letter of the law people. They're going to be watching every dot of every I and every cross of every T. They're going to be, this court is going to be so scrutinized, it's not even funny. I mean, Lotus was like a queen bee, and they just hit the wasp nest. You know, they just hit it. So now all the bees are out here buzzing around. Somebody's gonna. All I could say is somebody better do the right thing here when it comes to this. We understand the circumstances that Lotus is in. It's not a good one, but we want what's fair. We don't want her to just be mowed over because the boys in blue think that, you know, she didn't shoot to kill anybody. This lady shot these people in the foot and in the leg to defend herself. Does that deserve to be a trial without jury? Does that deserve to be, you know, guilty before tried? No. In this country, you're innocent until proven guilty. And she hasn't been proven anything. Go ahead.
So we need to figure out where she's at tomorrow. What's the name of the individual? Yeah, what's the name of the individual that what's the name of the individual?
What the media has done is tried to create an open and shut case without facts. So what we've done is looked deeper to find out the facts, to show the proof, where they just wanted to remove her from her tenancy, which is her place of residence. and they wanted to evict her. When you have a pandemic across the nation, why wouldn't that pertain to the CARES Act for Miss Rexton Lotus Justice as well? Why would someone want to remove someone and remove them off their tenancy when they have just as much equal right to protected a time when anybody can be protected from being evicted from their homes? Why would someone use some protocol that has nothing to do with being evicted? If a person's being evicted from their home, there's rights, there's a protocol. To use tear gas, to use all these methods to destroy somebody, to harm them, with what intent did they have to remove this individual? It seems nothing short of criminal. I believe the person had rights. The person has a right to be in their home and safe through a pandemic. So there's so much scrutiny here based on someone who follows the letter of the law, where the own media state that they had been trying to remove her from her tenancy. So they looked for a medical reason to do so, which is manufactured to make it look as though they can get immunity for what they did. That is what's in question here. To remove somebody who isn't unstable, who is going by the letter of the law, so that they could get immunity for what they did, which they injured this woman. They have them under fear as though they have to move out of their residency even now, with the CARES Act in place and a pandemic across the country, to force someone to the streets, when what they're doing is fighting for their legitimate right of children across the country.
So just to jump in and go back to the priority of laying eyes on her, are there suggestions on how we can do that?
Columbus. Is
exactly.
Columbus, Ohio, the county that's closest to her?
It's called habeas corpus. We should be able to see her and know that she is safe and not being victimized with a humanity crime of medical titration.
Yes, I understand that. Are there?
Let's make sure she's safe.
Okay.
We have the right. People have the right to know that she is safe and has the right to a court, to everything legal.
So we need to file a habeas corpus, number one. That has to be filed. I don't think anybody's worked on that yet, but that's definitely should have been done right away.
Agreed.
Tammy, do you know how to do a habeas corpus, Tammy?
From what I understand, she has her own habeas corpus in place. It just has to be sent there.
Right.
She's created her own habeas corpus.
Yeah, they probably stole all that. So what I'm saying is we need to create a new one because we don't have access to one right now. So we need to have somebody write one up and actually get that to the court. That's
Do you think Eric Hughes would be good at that? Do you think Eric Hughes will be good at that? Or how about that guy that's going to see the minister? How about that guy that him and him will collaborate? What's his name?
I believe that the National Liberty Alliance could even do a habeas corpus for this woman because it is a national crisis.
It's got to be tailored a certain way, though.
They do stand for CPS. They do stand for people who follow the letter of the law.
You know, you can talk to them, Tammy. You could talk to those guys, and that's fine.
Also CCHR, if you want to write that down.
My concern is the Citizens Commission on Human Rights are activists who really do care about people being force titrated.
We know that.
Standing up for their rights.
We just need to get it done. We can keep talking all night.
Amazing report.
Before tomorrow, those are the things we need to get done.
Yeah, definitely. I like your suggestions, Tammy. If you could get somebody from that organization to get in touch with us, that would be even better, helpful.
All we have to do is put a complaint form because we're worried about another human being who could be force titrated right now because they want to create.
Can you take the lead on that? Can you take the lead on that?
I already have.
Particular
I've already taken. I have taken action. I've taken action on that.
Can you send some information to me so I can put that on the website with documentations or pictures or something?
Yes, I can do that.
Let our people know where we're at. Like all these things that people are doing, that's
because
why we're having
these. HIPAA. They're making it a HIPAA violation to be concerned about this woman. That's why no one knows where she is, because they're using HIPAA against somebody who may want to be found. And the Citizens Commission on Human Rights can get through those doors.
Good deal. Make sure that somebody of those people get in touch with our group here, because
excellent.
If they could help, that would be great.
Agreed.
For sure. Now, as far as the habeas corpus goes, I know that Eric can do a habeas corpus, and I'm not sure if I keep calling him Mark Scott because my guy that works for me doing moving, his name's Mark Scott, Ken Scott. I'm not sure if he can do a habeas corpus, but with all the people that we have in this room, I'm sure that one of us knows somebody that can do a habeas corpus. So
I agree.
That could be I know some people. I'll contact some people about a habeas corpus for Lotus.
I do believe she has one already ready to go.
Like I said, that stuff is probably gone. They raided the house and stole everything. So
of course they did. But if you look at the media, what they stated to make they've created a false fear tactic that she had something that could harm people in there. They created a false narrative that states that she was going to.
We saw the video. They said they had
to secure the place. They took items. They didn't discuss any of that in the media because they had some other agenda. They had some hidden agenda that they have against, which is retaliation against this woman.
Absolutely. We all agree on that. That's for sure. You're not kidding. This is definitely they went after her because of the knowledge that she had and what she was doing in the law. And, that none of that is speculation. That we know is a true thing that happened to this lady. They went after her, and they just found their reason with a face mask to blame it on a face mask. So, anyways, if anybody has anything else, I think we've said quite a bit here this evening. We've been on the recording now for an hour, going on an hour and a half. Unless anybody else has anything else specific they want to speak about, I think I want to probably close it out.
Daniel, are you?
I'm just thankful to know. I'm personally thankful to know
one at a time. One at a time. Cindy first.
I'm personally grateful to know that the Lord is in control. The Lord is in control, not the evil.
Yes.
Good will overcome evil always.
Of course. All right. Now, Sydney, what were you going to say?
Okay, I am working on a very detailed chronicle timeline of everything that happened, and I'm almost done. I